upcoming fireside conversation explores how artificial intelligence is reshaping the creator journey, from audience discovery and content optimization to revenue predictability and brand-led entrepreneurship. So please welcome for this conversation the dynamic founding duo of Digital Scholar, Mr. Sorav Jain and Mr. Rishi Jain, on the stage as they unpack Reels to Revenue, India's AI Leap, in conversation with Himanshu Shekhar, editor for digital videos and news operations, Republic TV.
Thank you, Rakshita. We have with us Sorav and Rishi Jain, and they both are a founder of Digital Scholar, and that is, they work to educate people on AI use, AI content, and the nuances of it. So Sorav, Rishi, thank you. You guys are doing a wonderful job. Tell us what exactly, when you talk about AI education, what exactly it means.
First of all, thank you for having us here, and hello everyone. So when we talk about AI education, we teach students about generative AI. We also teach students about agentic AI. We literally try to help them understand that from an awareness level of AI, how do you go into execution level and define workflows that makes their personal life easier, and also it makes their life easier at work too.
So basically, we have, like you have worked with thousands of professionals and students. What is the most important, what is the most often asked question that people come up to you guys?
I think most people ask me this question that will AI kill my job? And that's a common question everybody has. But my answer is AI is not here to kill your job, but a lot of roles are going to get rewritten today. And there are two important reality checks that we need to look at. Number one, that a lot of repetitive tasks like the first level sales call or screening of profiles, all of this is going to be replaced with AI. In fact, people will be hired to judge and to add creativity or add their thoughts to what AI is actually bringing as an output. And second important thing, AI itself is giving birth to a lot of AI-based job roles, like, for example, AI content creators, or for that matter, AI automation specialist or AI research analyst. So there's massive scope of you to get into spaces like that. Company may not be calling out jobs like that directly, but they're possibly looking for somebody who understands AI and can actually wear multiple hats at the same point of time. So I would say AI is not killing jobs, but people who will master AI is likely to replace those human beings who have not mastered it. Remember, India is moving away from degree economy to a proof economy, and AI is going to give you that proof faster and at a very young age. Rishi, what would you like to add here?
Yeah, so there is a difference between AI is automating tasks, not jobs. Now, what are tasks which are repetitive things?
It's automating tasks. Very important for our listeners and young students to understand. It's automating tasks.
Tasks and not jobs.
Not jobs, okay.
Right?
Elaborate
So what are
that.
tasks which are the repetitive things you do at your work, right? You're going from step A to step B to step C. And this is being done by something called as AI agents. Now, I'll give you an example. There's a teammate of mine who does social media execution, where they're supposed to go on platforms like Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, and take my video and go and upload and rewrite the captions according to the character limit on that. But I could use an AI agent which can just pick the video. It can transcribe the video, understand the context. It'll go directly talk to ChatGPT and create captions for me for different platforms and publish it for me, right? So this is a task that is getting automated. Now, second ground reality is that a lot of students and working professionals that I work with are not identifying themselves with jobs. They want to become creators and freelancers, right? So there's a placement cell in my institute. We have a lot of job openings, but a lot of students do not want to apply because the line of work they want to get is to become creators. And there is a report by Google, by YouTube India, which says that people who took the survey, more than 80% identify themselves as creator. That's the line of work they want to get into. Not engineers, not MBA, not doctors. That is where they're headed. And we're talking about second and third tier city respondents.
So assume I am an engineer. I have just passed out. I have got my BTech degree. What do I need to do to upskill myself in AI?
So there are 3 levels of AI that anybody has to master no matter which industry you come from. Level 1 is AI literacy and prompt engineering, which is basically understanding what are LLMs, which models work for what kind of use case, what is context window, like how we wanted to learn about computers in 1990s. You have to have some understanding of AI. And then there is prompt engineering, which is talking to robots and getting the output that you want. Now, here's the thing that everybody can do. Like if you just type the word what is physics in one word on chat GPT, you'll get a different answer.
Okay.
You type that on Grok, you'll get a different answer. You type on Perplexity, you get a different answer. And that is where they're stochastic in nature, right? So how can you train and how can you get the output that you want is really important. And that's something which is level 1, prompt engineering. Level 2 is mastering generative AI tools. Now there are about 10 to 20 generative AI tools that can solve a lot of your work problems and make you more productive and all of it. So identify what is it that you can automate at your workplace. Pick 3 to 5 tools out of it, right? Now, if you don't have an understanding that where can you learn about these AI tools, you can actually go to a platform called as lmarena.ai, where all the top models of the world are listed for what use case. So let's say you want to become a web developer. You can go to this platform and see what people are liking, which particular model, and what are the top 10 ones. So you can go and explore, have platform mastery, and do better job up there. And then level 3 is AI agents, which is those autonomous systems that can automate those tasks without you lifting a finger. And there are a lot of platforms, again, for this. Like, for example, you can, for basic level, you can master Google Opal. For intermediate level, you can use platforms like Gumloop. And for advanced levels, you can use platforms like N8 and all of it. So if you do 3 levels of mastery, you can actually, learn a bit of AI and do better there.
Sorav and Rishi, you are telling us what all tools and what are the advanced stages of tools. Now I have a very basic question. I am a father, I am a parent, and we have a 10-year or a 12-year-old kid. So do I need to tell her like you focus on your writing skills, or what are the AI or probably rely on the tools that you have and give better prompts? So that's a dilemma that I'm having. Should I tell her to read books and get deep and frame your own questions, or should I teach her to ask better prompts?
I think you need to really teach your kids today how to define workflows using AI. Now, predominantly, it's become part of our lives, and you can see kids themselves are talking to ChatGPT, and that's the first thing that we are noticing with kids these days. They're not even typing; they're talking. They're having conversations out there. So you need to really make them understand how can they actually start defining AI workflows in their processes, so that it becomes easier. Because today, it's not about AI. For me, just doesn't stand for artificial intelligence, but also all of India should master it at this point of time. So I think that there needs to be a clear distinguishing factor between teaching them what it is to be real and also what it is to derive out of artificial intelligence. So they need to really understand this, because it's also about their ability to think, their ability to judge, and ability to add creativity on top of AI. And that is something that we can't discount.
Yeah, so adding on to it, I'm very bullish on the fact that if you give a learning assistant to a student, and if you give a teaching AI assistant to a teacher and put them in the same room, every average student will become a great student, right? Because students can actually break down complex topics and learn something much faster, right? We call this something called a shadow syllabus. They're learning on their own, and students are learning how to learn, which is fantastic.
So that brings to my next question. Do you think our universities, schools, have that in their syllabus, or they need to redefine their syllabus with what's happening in the world of AI? Are we equipped? You would like to suggest something?
So I would say that colleges and universities are doing very well in upgrading their curriculums. They're trying to bring in AI courses. They're trying to train their teachers and upskilling them. So a lot of things are happening there. But the reality is that it's not able to catch up with how the innovations are happening in the world of AI. So students are bringing their own AI, right? They're upskilling by themselves. They are trying to, again, break down complex topics into simpler ones. And I believe that, the future of work is not corporate ladder. It's going to be a portfolio of projects. So students are using AI to build a lot of projects. They're trying to build microsas. They're trying to bring in scripts. They're trying to become freelancers and create those portfolio of projects altogether. So a lot of work is being done on the student side, and also colleges and universities are trying to catch up as well.
I would like to add to this that students are not waiting for permission, or they're not waiting for college to upgrade their curriculum. In fact, they understand that in 2026, AI literacy is the new literacy, and they can't afford to be an AI illiterate, and that's become an important part of their lives. Also, like how Rishi said, shadow syllabus, students are bringing their tech stacks, finding their mentors, finding their gurus on YouTube, and they're actually learning from them directly. And that's basically very interesting. Now, we're just talking from a student standpoint, but also look
Yes.
at it from an academics or university standpoint. In Rajasthan, there is a user case there, an app called Sikshak was deployed by the government bodies, and more than 400,000 students were evaluated using Sikshak app. Now, what happened? A teacher used to take almost about 4 to 5 minutes to evaluate a child, now started taking only 40 to 50 seconds, and it's giving real-time insights to students. So if you notice, there is a balance between how universities and how students are going to make use of AI with time. And that balance is going to make both look much smarter on the stage.
I have another question to this, like universities, ICSE board, CBSE, the state boards, the Rajasthan board, the Tamil Nadu board, have they changed? Have they taken this aspect that, okay, there is an AI revolution happening across the world? You talk about the China schools, schools in Japan. I am told that schools in Japan, that's a must in their syllabus now. So tell us, are we prepared, or we are still catching up, or there's a lot to do?
So I would like to answer that. See, I think schools are very worried about AI, specifically teachers, because students are now asking a lot of questions, right? They become more curious because they can just go and ask ChatGPT, and then they're cross-questioning a lot to the teachers. And a lot of teachers come to me and say, hey, can you tell me my students are using a lot of, they're using AI.
tools.
Can I find a plagiarism tool? Can I check whether they are using AI or not? And I think in my mind, why can't we change the evaluation system, right? We usually evaluate on the basis of memorization of a student, or we're looking at how well they copied from this particular side to this side. But what if the evaluation becomes how well they prompted, right? How was the logic used? What was the outcome, and did the student understand? So I think schools have to start accepting that this is going to be the new normal, where students will be using AI, and we accept it, and we actually change our evaluation mechanism altogether.
Okay, now we discussed about the syllabus and all. How is India consuming AI? You have worked with universities and students pretty closely. So tell us, how is India, how is Bharat consuming AI?
I think one of the most important thing here is we need to really think about voice first, because if you notice that a lot of Gen Zs are actually not typing on ChatGPT or any AI models. They're actually having a conversation. And since we're talking about Bharat market, people are actually absolutely comfortable in talking in the languages that they're most comfortable in with AI. So that's how they've built their relationships. Second, I've seen massive consumption of AI videos and production of AI videos in the market today. Right from you will see a cat's love story, or a dog dancing, or baby doing an anchoring out there. In fact, let's say there is, you will see Muni or monks like Prem Anandji Maharaj going viral on Instagram. At the same point of time, there is a Tibetan monk which is completely AI developed called Young Mun, and he's also going viral, and instantly in just a matter of few days, he's got 2.5 million. So people are actually accepting AI avatars. And that's why there is birth of virtual influencers in the market. Like influencers like Kyra and Imma are making a lot of money on the internet, because the brands are finding it absolutely amazing to work with them because of all the creative freedom, and also that they're not creating any controversies. So I believe that this is how India is consuming content at this point of time.
Yeah. So there is an interesting YouTube channel called as Bandar Apna Dost. And according to global analysts, that's one of the most highest AI viewed channels of the world, not in India alone, with 3 billion views and 3 million of subscribers. And the reason why it became viral was, according to the analysts, they made about 30 crores a year through that YouTube channel. That number may be a bit skewed, but even if they made about 5-10% of it, that's still a huge money for somebody sitting in a bedroom in Bharat, right? Now, why is this YouTube channel, or why is Bharat consuming such AI content? Two reasons. Language barrier is gone, right? There is no English tax. AI content is not English anymore, right? Anybody and everybody can
own
create
language.
content in their vernacular language. And earlier, there was always a demand for it, but there was no studios, no cameras, no laptops, people to work and create those animated kind of videos. But what has happened with free AI tools and also with your imagination, you can create such content. Now, second, why Bharat loves such kind of content? Because they can emotionally connect with it, right? Think about it. There are gods coming on your mobile screen and actually giving you life lessons. There's cows giving you wisdom. There's dogs and cats talking and dancing. It's actually not technology, it's storytelling at its best, right? We grew up hearing the stories, and these stories are becoming reality. People can connect it with it so much. They're liking it, they're sharing it. And I think we're just at the tip of the iceberg. There's going to be so much more AI content produced and consumed as well.
All right, Sorav Rishi with story, and I often ask people who work closely with AI world, can a kid go on and become a Ruskin Bond? Can that creativity of a writer, I tell my team, there are a lot of people might be sitting here, I'm not pretty sure, but yeah, I can see a couple of faces here. I say you cannot outsource your writing to a Gemini or a Chat GPT, and like you told, like teachers ask you, we are also kind of, you can say, uh, a kind of a teacher, a mentor here on floor when people come up with their article and we find that, okay, this looks like a complete Chat GPT or a Gemini. So now my question to you is, can that be also, will that also be taken up by AI? Can AI make you a good writer, a good you can say a good poet?
Okay, I'll give you a user case here. So what I generally do when I want to write something and I want to pour my thoughts out there, I share my ideas with ChatGPT, and then I start picking up my favorite authors in the world. And then I say, ChatGPT, can you please ensure whatever I have written, can you rewrite this in the thoughts or in the writing process of this particular author? Let's say I would say Ruby Dhal for that matter. And eventually all my thoughts will start coming in the pattern that that particular author writes. So you will notice that you can see a sea of difference in your ideas with multiple authors' perspective. So at least from learning your ideas and trying to bring dimensions of different authors, I would still use AI. So at that level, my ideas can go onto AI, but I will let AI do the polishing. I will let AI do all the things that will make it absolutely conversational or the style I want a consumer to read. So I will let that process be dependent on AI.
What are the tools you would recommend to increase productivity?
Okay. I think for increasing productivity at workplace, I would highly recommend people use Firefly's AI or Otter.ai. Now, these are AI assistants who can become part of your Zoom calls or G Meets. Now, what they do is they actually start transcribing everything that you've conversed. It will give you minutes of the meeting. Now, you can take that minutes of the meeting and go on to Notebook LM, or you can go on to ChatGPT and ask what was the major points being discussed, or you can actually make a mind map out of it. So you don't have to waste time in listening to the entire conversation. That's the first thing. Second, I would highly recommend that people start using Gamma app and Pitch. This will help you in creating great presentations. And it's just not about getting your designs done on Canva. Like, this is also from getting your thoughts to developing your thoughts to converting into a format of design. So these are two of my favorite tools which has actually helped me save a lot of my time. Like yesterday, I had a pitch to do, and I had less time. I had only 30 minutes, so I used Gamma to create a social media pitch deck, and I presented to the client and actually won that client because of AI.
So I would say that if you want to increase your productivity, there's Notebook LM by Google, which is free of cost, and it can act like a thinking partner for you, right? So let's
Thinking
say
partner.
thinking partner,
Okay.
right? So let's say you have a lot of knowledge base, or let's say you're an anchor and you want to transcribe all the meetings or all the sessions that you've done in the past. You can transcribe it and you can upload it as a source on this particular platform, and your team can actually go and start looking at what kind of questions you asked in the past, right? What is your line of questioning? How do you ask a question for a particular field? So that, it's a chatbot where you can talk to your own documents and all of it, right? And most importantly, Notebook LM can also produce a lot of infographics, slides, and all of it together, right?
Okay.
So basically what happens is, let's say you are a manager and there's interns and new employees coming in your field. you don't have to repeat everything that's happening at your work. They could just chat with your documents, and it acts like a second brain for you. So that's one of the best tools out there, which is Notebook LM. Second tool would be something like N8N, which basically is an AI agent that can automate your repetitive tasks. Like for example, I have automated my Twitter, right? Where any AI news that breaks, it picks up the information, it changes the content in the way I want, right? And it writes in my language and goes and publishes on Twitter with a picture, right? So that something is fully automated.
Extremely interesting, okay.
Yeah. So that same thing can happen for your LinkedIn and all of it. A lot of other use cases as well. But N8N is something that can increase your productivity because you don't have to, you can spend your time doing something else.
What about if anything goes wrong?
So there could be something called as human in the loop. So if you want to be extremely careful, what you could do is you can place yourself in between. Let's say there's an AI news that breaks, the content forms up. It can send you a WhatsApp text and you can say approved, not approved.
Okay.
And, or you can even give a voiceover saying, hey, just make sure you make these changes. So again, it goes back, talks to the LLMs and comes back and then publishes. So you can have a human in the loop as well, where you can check whether it's correct or not.
Okay. So because a large part of my day goes in firefighting, that you cannot outsource this captioning to a Grok or a ChatGPT or a Gemini. And probably you are saying that, okay, we have an approval option as well. All right, that's a question that we'll be dealing with. Tell us something about, we are in the content creating industry. There are a lot of individual content creators. How people use AI to make money?
Fantastic. So I'll bring 5 perspectives here. First is research. So you can use Claude and ChatGPT to do your research. I'll tell you one simple user case here. Just go on ChatGPT and type down your Instagram username and ask it to analyze and ask it to make statements or make a statement like what is right and what is wrong. So it will analyze and give you feedback. And also you can give your competitor's username. So it will start doing that kind of an understanding.
Okay.
So it becomes all the more easier. So it acts like a social media strategist for you. That's the first thing. Second, the second important thing is about scripting. So what you can do is you can go on Instagram and search for all the viral topics. So just put your keyword and find out all the viral videos. Take one of the videos, download it, and then go onto this tool called wizard.ai and upload it. What it would do is it will actually scrape the entire script, transcribe it, and gives you the flow of that particular script. Now you can paste that on ChatGPT and understand how this particular format was done. And when you have your thoughts, you can upload your thoughts, and that thought will be changed in the format of the viral template that you've already downloaded. The third thing is video making. Now, this has made my life easier. I have been traveling a lot. I've been doing a lot of corporate training, so it becomes extremely difficult for me to record reels. So I've created my AI avatar, and Rishi has also created his AI avatar using this tool called Hagen. Now, we don't create content anymore. It's the AI avatar that does the content creation for us. And some people say, oh, AI content will not do great, but that's not true. My profile is still growing. Rishi moved from 10K to 200K with just his AI avatar. So without his presence, the team does the entire job by making the AI avatar communicate on my behalf. Now the question is, how do I give voice to it? And for that, you can make use of this tool called 11 Labs, where you can clone your voice, and you can just put your text that will convert into a format of voice, which you can download and upload on Hagen. And last tool is about editing. Now, everybody wants to edit like a pro. There's a fabulous tool called captions.ai, where you can just feed in the way you want editing to be done. They also have some crazy good templates, which is AI driven. You can use them, and it will convert your speaking head reel into an amazing format. And also you can just keep commanding, like how you command ChatGPT, you can command this tool, and it will keep editing your entire video like the way you want it. So this makes your life a lot more easier.
I would like to add onto it as well. There is a lot of other ways that people are making money. One of the ways is people are using platforms like Nano Banana Pro, which is an image generation model by Gemini, Google. And what people are doing is they're creating carousels on it, right? Like mostly people use it for fun purposes. Like there's some Ghibli trend, or they want to put like a rose on their ears, or they want to put like a people next to them. All of that is for fun. But there are a lot of serious people who use it to create carousels. Then they upload on Instagram, and then they put a trending audio to it. It goes viral. People are growing followers, and they're trying to monetize that attention by brand deals and trying to sell some products of theirs. That's one of it. Then they use tools like Veo 3.1, which is again by Google, to create AI videos like how I was explaining about Bandar Apna Dost, right? So they are uploading AI videos on YouTube. They're trying to monetize via YouTube as well. That's one of the ways. And third ways, people are making money by providing scripts for others. Like how you said you were talking to team and can we outsource this caption or not? You can actually use tools or features like Google Gems or ChatGPT's custom GPT, and you can predefine the output that you want, right? So you can upload and say, in our history, right, in our past, we have been using captions like these. This is my system prompt, and make sure you should only get the output in this language and this length, and this is the character and all of it. And all you have to do is just go and say, my topic for today is, let's say, AI for the world or whatever. It gives the scripts the way you want. So you can predefine and customize it. A lot of people are using it to create scripts for others as well and making money out of it.
Wonderful. It was indeed a wonderful, wonderful conversation. While Sorav, Rishi, thank you for such an insightful. And I was also like, often I asked, should I not? Should I tell people, should I tell my daughter to put this PPT on ChatGPT and get the best prompts and get it out, or should I try it to work and all? So thank you. Thanks a lot for answering all the questions in detail. I hope our audience are enriched with this conversation. Thank you, Saurav. Thank you, Rishi.
Thank you so much
Our
for
pleasure.
having.
Thank you so
for
much.
listening.